What's up, everybody? Welcome to On the Ropes. We're going to give you the breakdown of the Usyk Chisora heavyweight showdown on DAZN. I'm Pat Healy, joined by the Silk.
Michael Olajide Jr. What's up, y'all?
Not too much, man. That was a good heavyweight showdown. I thought last night it delivered on the hype, in my opinion. And I was really impressed with Chisora. I mean, those first few rounds, I was like, oh my God, the pace that he's setting. It's like he was trying to drown him in there. Didn't pay off, but it paid. You know, the fans were happy, I believe.
Yeah, his conditioning, hats off to his training camp and his trainer, his physical conditioner. They did a great job getting him in great shape. Because to put out that kind of energy, being as big as he is, 250, to be able to do that for 12 rounds, that was amazing. I thought it was a great job, and I really myself, I thought Usyk was going to score a late stoppage. And he didn't. And there were even times, there was a round or two in there, I think like maybe the 11th or 9th, where he almost got it. Well, he did get a second wind, and he actually took the round. And he got Usyk, getting back up on his toes and moving around when all of a sudden he had started to settle and start to pick him apart. Then he was like, oh, this kid's not ready to go yet. Chisora's not ready to go. So he got back up, and so strong performance, yes.
Yeah, I think it was, it was a very interesting matchup because going into the fight, a lot of the attention was on Usyk. Of course, he's undefeated, he's moving up to heavyweight. And they give him a guy like Chisora to see, really where he's at if he translates to the heavyweight division. I thought, as you mentioned on previous posts of ours, he has that stinging power that was stifling Chisora at times. There was moments where it seemed like he was going to get the stoppage. But I don't know if his power really translates to the heavyweight division, if he's going to be able to get past a guy like Joshua or, those really top tier guys. It's interesting where he falls now. What's next for him? What would be another test?
I think a fight like Fury, for instance, right now, coming off what I saw in this fight, someone like Fury would kind of like suffocate him. He'd be too. Fury's what, 6'8", 6'7"?
6'9", yeah, he's huge.
Somewhere around there. He's a big dude, and he puts his body weight on you in different ways, and he's tricky, and he can kind of like stifle your offense, the way he blocks and the way he moves. That would be difficult. That would be a difficult mountain to climb for Usyk as well. Now, it's hard to see him winning that fight. Now against a couple of the other guys,
like Joshua is a name that they're throwing out a little bit now, which could happen with all the controversy kind of in the heavyweight division with the contracts and all this stuff going on. Joshua's probably gonna, he has Pulev on the books, but you just never know. He might have to fight again after that before he gets Fury. So, and match with Usyk.
Yeah, I think Joshua is a better fighter, I believe, than Fury. But I think Fury would be able to handle Usyk easier than
Joshua.
Than Joshua. I think it might be a little bit of a problem because they'd be getting to jousting and it would be clean. Although once Anthony is able to turn over power shots on him, starts to get that range. If he gets in, if he's able to get off like that, then yeah, I think it's going to be because he can move with them. You know what I mean? They both can get up on their toes. All three in that division. When you say Usyk and Fury and Joshua, they can all get up on their toes. They all move nice. They can throw great combinations. They're more fluid and effective than most everyone else in that heavyweight division. But I think the size is much more is closer between Joshua and Usyk, and that would make it a little bit more of a competitive fight. I think it's a good fight to see.
Yeah, I still, there's still so many questions for me around Usyk even after that performance because he did seem at times, like in the early rounds, like really kind of overwhelmed by, I know Chisora was setting that crazy pace, but he's giving up a lot of weight and he's definitely a smaller heavyweight. And it's interesting to see, how he's going to deal with these guys. he has high aspirations. He doesn't want to sit around and just fight anybody. He really wants to get belts and unify them. So he's an interesting guy to add into the pot at heavyweight. It's I don't know what they're going to do with him.
The worst thing he can do is try to put on weight to become a stronger puncher. That's the worst thing he can do, because that's going to take away his advantages that he has as being a combination puncher, as being a counter puncher, as the ability to move. It's going to make him more stationary, which means he's going to be more open to being hit. So they need to go by way of enhancing his skills and his defensive abilities, and not, just try to put on, mass in terms of some conditioning program that's going to make him, they think, make him more solid, because he's only going to take more punches. So it defeats itself, actually.
Right.
I think what the kid needs to do, he needs to go back to school, get in with people that can see Joshua, and that see Joshua's style, see Fury's style, that can see the strengths and their weaknesses, and teach him to operate around those strengths and weaknesses. And because he's obviously an intelligent kid, and he's a fast learner. He's got a stellar amateur background. So he has the ability to learn, and that's what he should be doing, taking his time doing that now. I don't think he took Chisora apart the way he should have. Right. I don't know if what he did in training was correct for this type of fight. There were a couple of times where he had him up against the ropes, and he did have the opportunity to press the advantage, and I don't know if his conditioning wasn't there and he didn't feel like expending that fuel, expending that gas, or if he just wasn't sure. He just wasn't sure and just didn't do the right homework. So, we'll find out more as this goes along, that's for sure. Yeah, but it makes it exciting. It makes the heavyweights exciting, and we need that.
Yeah. I think that's really the big takeaway is Usyk proved that he does belong. He does belong as a top-level heavyweight. I don't know what he's going to do in the division, but man, is he interesting. He's an interesting matchup for anyone. He's very technical and he's very skilled.
He's got a good personality. I mean, you get a feeling that you like him when you see him on camera. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's kind of a goofy guy, happy-go-lucky, and he's an interesting guy, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see what they do with him. And like you said, the heavyweight division, it's just added another character into the mix, and we're going to find out soon, how this all plays out. So it's great for boxing.
Joshua himself was there at the fight, right? So I wonder what he was thinking. He was looking up at him, and he had fought Chisora, and he stopped him, if I'm not.
I believe so, yeah.
Right? I believe he stopped him.
I want to say that. I'd have to double check that. But
I believe he had stopped him. So sometimes that's a false kind of false confidence. It gives you false confidence as well. I stopped him, so you know what I mean. He didn't stop him, so that automatically, I don't see him as being an issue for me. But styles make fights, and no one knows that better than Anthony Joshua from his experiences over the last couple of years.
Exactly. So the heavyweight division on fire. Usyk added another name into the pot, into the mix. So can't wait to see how that all plays out. Hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown of the Usyk-Chisora fight. A great fight. Chisora also, he's not out of the picture. I think he's definitely still in the mix. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Go check it out on YouTube. Thanks, guys.